I think we need to have a conversation about decisiveness. This is... What the hell? I put up polls so y'all can help me make up my mind for me. And then this shit happens. Down we go. I think I'm going to set it to difficulty 3 for the time being. Yeah, Summoning Stone 3. Oh, this changed. Okay. Deal take more damage, recover more health. Moves a curse, deal... Purge Potion. I'll hold on to a Purge Potion for now. And a Tincture. You know what? Do we buy the Shape Charge? I'm going to keep grabbing all of these upgrades, even if they're not actually that useful for me. Just because. Okay, I do not have a key. I'm going to go around just breaking everything. It is nice coming back to these games. Just a lot of roguelikes in general. Like, I've been kind of... It's weird. Like, I can go months without playing a single roguelike. Largely because the way, like, my channel is organized. I generally try and play, like, whatever the new indie games are, whatever they are. And that's usually not a bad idea. Hey! Grimhild's here. Also, demolition increased bomb size. That's terrifying. Let's see. We don't need to go to the shortcut down guy. I mean, we could go to the shortcut guy, but I don't really want to. I'll think about that one. I mean, I honestly can't get to it. The main reason why, like, I start and stop roguelikes, I mean, it's like two things. One, they do get a little bit boring after a while. Like, you play too much of one game, and it's just like, it does get stale. And that's always true. Hello, yes, I would like your muns. Damn it. There we go. I could have just lured him into the pit. Maybe I should have done that. But we will see. But, like, I need to figure out some kind of means of having more consistent series and also keeping up with all the, like, random indie games that I have. I guess truly what I can do is just, like, do, like, a video or two on games and then be like, yep, I'm done. I think that's a kind of healthier style anyway. And then leave actual room for things that I care about covering. Just weird. Let's see. Grab these? Trying to decide here. Do I want to try and go up into the curse room? I don't have anything to bomb. I think that one room was a no-go, so let's just go down. We didn't miss a chest, and I'm not going to try going other things. So I wonder if you tried Minion Masters. I think you'd like it. I sort of like it. I think it's one of those that I might get Shell to play it as well, and we can do, like, duos or something, because I think that would be fun. But I've played Minion Masters. It seems like an alright game. I wish so many of the assets in Minion Masters weren't just taken from, Forced Showdown. Because it's a little noticeable how many assets they took from that and just, like, kind of jammed it in for no good reason. I mean, not no good reason. It was definitely budgetary reasons, but it didn't feel quite as good as I would have liked. I realize that's kind of a petty reason to not like a game. I'm a huge fan of Faria. I think Faria is just an absolutely lovely TCG kind of game. And let's see, do we want any of these? This Flask would be kind of okay, but I don't think I care. But, like, Faria had just some, like, really rad combos and stuff. And I think I'm not a big fan of the, like, what would I say? The auto chest style of gameplay where you just kind of send your units out and watch them go. I think I would prefer a slightly more active approach to everything, even if Even if I'm sure it's actually, like... Well, I mean, I know it's pretty fun. I was dunking on fools, because they recently added, like, a solo roguelike mode. I think a campaign mode and some other stuff. That I probably will cover sometime in the next, like, couple weeks. It's just one of those where I probably have to send them an email and be like, can I have, like, all of your DLC? Or I'll just buy it on sale, because it'll be going cheap soon. See, the lore is the same. I mean, even the characters are the same. I just was not a big fan of Forced Showdowns, like, kind of Sky Island... Okay. Discover more treasure rooms. I still have no idea what this does. Oops. Holding over to the left a little bit. My hands are tired. Playing Hades a lot is rough. Okay, does anybody actually know how the adventurers whip works, or does that mean treasure rooms as far as these, not the mystery rooms? Somebody specifically said that it was used for finding like secrets, and I haven't been able to find any indication of that ever. And that is a confusion for me. Right. I do not have gold vacuum. I got my gold. Okay, so there are just more secret rooms per floor. Okay, because yeah, somebody was saying, like, you don't have to bomb to look for secret rooms. And I was kind of super confused about that, because it didn't make any sense. Man. I was doing a lot better with glass cannon. I am not... It's not that I'm not doing well necessarily, it's just that I was playing so much more cautiously yesterday. Either that or I was, like, more awake. I think right now, I'm just kind of in zonk mode, because I've already been... Well, no, I played, like, a whole bunch of Hades yesterday. I guess yesterday I had some really good runs, today was kind of just adequate. And so I'm just in adequate mode. My bad, I had said that last time. Didn't you also tell me some other, like, wrong stuff? I don't want to be harsh, but, like, if you really do not know what your, like, if you have not verified if your tip is correct or not, please do not tell me it. Because I try and trust my audience, and I think you're 0 for 2 on correct information. And that more or less means that I'm just gonna stop listening to anybody. That's not great, because then I have to kind of learn on my own. That's the problem with backseat gaming. No, seriously, it is actually one of the main reasons why I'm like, eh. Duplicate all basic items. I mean, we want to grab the pocket grill, 100%. Let's see. I did miss a key. Guess we'll go back. Oh, yeah, there it is. Hidden by the map. I always have trouble with anything hidden behind the UI, because I'm usually not looking there. I think I'd have a lot less trouble if, backseat gaming was all, I put this right here. I guess with the big bomb blast, it should absolutely get right at those. I'd have less trouble with backseat gaming if it was generally always correct, and polite. Because there's enough of a group of people that are either that are either incorrect or just rude about it that I'm just like, no matter what, I'm always going to have a mildly contentious relationship with people giving me information. Then there's also the people that are like, hey, by the way, here's the thing that you already know. That, ooh, my goat, it gets got for that. I probably shouldn't have done that. No, I needed the key. Frickin' lighthouses, man. And more demolition. Man, I do not need bigger bombs, but I guess I'm gonna have really, really big bombs by the end of this run. Fine. Ugh. Okay. So, we've already been in the shop. Shop didn't have the most exciting things. We still, well, we have some meat. Let's see. Deal more throw damage. Increase my crit chance. Unfortunately, I don't know if I can actually... Yeah, we still can't see our own crit chance, which is kind of stupid. Why can't I? Why is that not a tracked bit of information? Actual question here. Might as well chug-a-lug both of those. Okay, I'm gonna pick this up before anything destroys it. Because that, I believe, is full heal potion. And that'd be useful. Okay, life is good. Did we spot another secret? There was a little guy stuck in there. Yep, and there he's gone. Now the problem is, even if there are more secret rooms per floor, I'm still not going to know where they are. Do we know if the gold explosions count as explosions to find secret rooms? Because that's another one of those, like, conflicting information situations where people are like, no, they don't. Yes, they do. And shit, I don't remember. Okay, they do count for revealing secrets. Might as well buy the bombs. I mean, honestly, I might as well spend as much money as I possibly can. I remember that was another, an instance of somebody being really randomly mad at me for something. It was because I was squandering all of my money on early levels buying pickups and stuff, and if I just saved it, I'd have more upgrades. I think I stand by my actions of spending egregiously always in this game. Mainly because, like, all of the money that I generally get from a run is from a boss fight. Oops. I always remember these, too. The people that are just, like, weirdly angry about some innocuous decision or, like, standard gameplay thing. Because I don't understand it. Alright, so... No, we've definitely checked this one for secrets. Alright, let's just get out of here. Maybe there's another one somewhere, but... Unless it's, like, directly to the left right now. Or a double secret past one of my already pre-existing secrets. Ain't worth my time. And there's also the other thing. It's like, I generally get most of my power from things other than the secret rooms, too. I don't remember the last time I found something in a secret room that was actually, like, worth it. Finding of Isaac the secret rooms could be important, especially, like, early on. Mainly because, like, money was in shorter supply. But since this game is, like, one part Rogue Legacy, you kinda want to just, like, spend it. I mean, I'll take the crit buff. But, like, I don't think I've ever found the, any, like, direct items. In these. Don't want to get that. Do we have any sparkles hanging around here? No. Got that there, and we've got wall gold. Don't see anything else that's useful. Oh boy. This is certifiably a room. I gotta keep these guys away from blasting those torches. I know they can't, mainly because that was Was that a chest mimic, or is there a spider in there? I have no idea. Oh, no. Wrong way. I wonder if I can fight that boss again. I'm gonna just kind of try and use him to grab all the light, or kill all the lightning mites. If I can avoid, if I can manage it. I should probably hit them myself too. Give me that meat. What if there's an achievement for getting him to kill himself? How much HP does he have? Nope, no achievement. Well, I guess I've probably already killed him. Okay, you need to ascend to replay boss fights. So I have to be on my absolute farthest to replay a boss fight. Is that what you're saying, or is ascend something else? Or do you mean like with that moth thing? Because I swear I had already cleared all those bosses on the absolute farthest level last time I ow. It's just awkward. These guys plus oil slimes are kind of brutal. I guess my main question is that information recent or not? Because, like, that's what you used to have to do. But yesterday I refought all of the bosses on a level that I'd already cleared them on. Hence why I'm confused that there might be some alternate mechanic now. Because if so, I guess we'll just go back up to the absolute maximum. I was just under the impression you could actually refight bosses. These guys are not destroying nearly as many rocks as I'd like. But it was worth waiting. I could kill them, but I'm gonna wait. Might as well get what I can. I'd also like to have them hit the wall, just in case. Probably ain't worth it. That was worth it. You can, anytime the summoning stone is changed, the bosses respawn. Okay. So the summoning stone is the difficulty meter. Yeah? Okay. We'll have to see how this works. Because this is all kind of new update stuff for me. And so I'm not super clear on the specifics. And then, of course, I'm going to have conflicting versions from everybody. Some people that haven't played the new version that much and are just spouting what they knew from last time. Okay. Let's go down, and let's see if there's a boss here. Nope. Okay, so this one's quite dead. So I wonder if I have to beat the, I wonder if I have to beat the last boss to get them to start respawning again. Well, this would be the run for it. Because I turned it down. Unless that doesn't actually count, because it's not on maximum difficulty. At which point we're in trouble. I don't freaking know. I wish more games... Oh, what was it? There was a roguelike I played a long time ago that every single time they had a major update, they would actually have like a little infographic in it that would actually outline like all of the major changes to like how things worked. So like, yeah, if you hadn't played in like 3 patches, you could kind of flip through and see like, oh, so this boss does this now, or like they got rid of this thing, and that was lovely. It wasn't Diablo. I don't really play Diablo. I think it might have been Cavern Kings. Might have been Catacomb Kids. It was one of those two, probably. wonder if Catacomb Kids is still in active development. It's one of those games that I kind of beat it somewhat sufficiently for my tastes. Beat, like, the major boss, and then I was just like, alright, good enough for me. Why does poison slow you down as much as it does? On the plus side, I get food. Okay, well, we definitely don't have any secrets in here. What do you think is synthesis and beat bite updates to No Man's Sky? I am 90% certain you mean something other than beat bite. I mean, if you've seen any of my No Man's Sky videos, you should probably know, and if you haven't, then your answer's waiting for you there. I haven't played the most recent update, but that's mostly just due to lack of time, more than anything else. I rather enjoyed No Man's Sky. It's just like, I can't play a game that much. I need some time to, like, let games develop and change and improve, or mods to come out and whatnot. It's part of the reason why, like, yeah, it took me so long to want to come back to UnderMine or UnderMine or Hades or Risk of Rain. Though I'll admit, Risk of Rain is definitely still more or less the same game with just some new content. This changed a little bit because it added further progression and potentially new items. Oh, it's a music creation tool for base building. I super do not care about music creation tools in games. I realize that might be a bit dismissive, but, like, I like listening to people's music, but whenever I play No Man's Sky, I will completely admit I just listen to the soundtrack because I'd rather like 65 Days of Static, but it's just kind of like, eh. I had the same kind of reaction to the... Let's see, what is this? Increases probably throw damage. Or no, that might have been swing damage. I had the same reaction to Octavia and the Shaozin, or whatever it is in Warframe. It's like, these are cool things for, like, some really specific people, but as it stands, no matter what, it's just going to be kind of inferior to people actually just making music like normal. Like, if I wanted to get into music creation, I'd get my old copy of Fruity Loops out. Unless Fruity Loops is, like, super dead, at which point I'd probably find some new tool or something. But yeah, these sound like just kind of... I'm not going to say boring things for me, but small beans. Like, the big multiplayer update and base building were like the last two times I was super excited for No Man's Sky. As it stands, it's just kind of like, yep, it's just better than it was last time, but it's still ultimately just kind of this big empty universe. And I can only be super positive about that forever, before I'm just like, I have played this so much, and I'd rather play something else. I generally have the same feeling about, like, oh, it's a good example. I mean, to a lesser degree, Terraria. Though Terraria is kind of weird. I will never willingly play through a vanilla run of Terraria ever again, just because, like, I've done it so many times. You can only kill the Moonlord on and off stream before so many times before you're just like, yep, nope, I'd appreciate something entirely new as part of this mix. Oh, what's this? Increases throw speed. But yeah, and so that's kind of the thing. Terraria is at least moddable, so there's some extra flexibility there that makes it a lot better. What's a better example? Actually, Stardew Valley, and also Starbound. Like, I like Starbound, it's fun, but it doesn't have the insane potential that, like, a lot of the Terraria stuff has. And I wish it did, because I think that would make it a lot better. You know, the wild gear systems, the big boss fights and whatnot. And, like, Starbound definitely does have some boss fights, but not in the same way and not nearly as cool. And so it would be difficult for me to want to play Starbound again, for example, without some new major mod overhaul to change things and make it better. And also without, you know, some, like, main reason to do so. Whereas, like, I'm actually pretty excited for Terraria 1.4. I'll still mod the shit out of it, but, like, I can only imagine that's going to be rather fun. Oops. I know I'd done a poll on it the other day, but, and it had actually ranked pretty highly. But I kind of feel the same way about, like, Slime Rancher. It's a good game. It's just, like, you kind of do it, once or twice is kind of enough on that game before you're just like, man, I've seen and done this before a billion times. I guess there's some mods to make that better, but, like, especially when they added all the, like, skins and stuff that you'd earn for, like, you'd have to get X amount of money and then you'd earn some cool perk or a skin. And I was just like, ooh boy, this looks real boring. Unfortunately, I had the same kind of reaction to Mech Warrior. Mech Warrior 5 recently came out, and it's like, oh man, this is kind of a neat game. But after, like, 4 hours of it, I eventually was starting to feel like, yeah, this is just going to be kind of the same thing, start, middle, and ending. Okay, do we want to grab... Yeah, let's grab the talisman. Get rid of that. Grab some steaks. Grab the float boots. Let's see. Enjoyed Subnautica. Did you ever say you were going to cover Below Zero? I mean, I did videos on Below Zero when it launched. I'll be back to Below Zero when it's done. Let's see. Decrease throw speed? Yeah, might as well. I don't really like playing early access survival... Oh, no. I don't like playing early access story games that much. Especially in the way that Subnautica handled it, because I think I played it when it was, like, kind of in early access. And what I remember is... I got... Oh, maybe this was Below Zero. All I remember... No. It was in both. All I remember is that I got to... Okay, this is a new one. I got to a certain point in the game where it just ran out of content. And I was very much like, okay, now what? And the game just kind of shrugged at me, and so I, like, jammed my face into places it shouldn't be. And that was kind of fun, but it was definitely like... I should have just waited. Because I would have enjoyed it more. And that's usually where I'm at with, like, early access survival games. I also never really felt like it left early access. It was always kind of rough. It didn't have the same, like, kind of complete feel that, say, Dragon Quest Builders had. I think the other problem I have, I'm just going to be... Today is the endless cascade of grievances. More throw damage, throw speed. Let's do throw speed. But the problem I have with, like, early access story games especially. Hi. I don't think I'm going to get anything good here, but that's okay. Wait. Right, there's no way you can follow it. If they didn't stack them together, I wanted that recipe. But it's okay. I mean, no matter what, I think it paid for itself. I was just really hoping I get that. Ooh, Impish Key Bomb. Yes! That's exactly what I want. Alright, bye, lady. But that's fine. Let me see. Who do we get? Meal ticket? I mean, meal ticket is, like, baseline always worthwhile. Not the most amazing thing, but it pays for itself. I originally thought the meal ticket only gave you one thing, and I was just like, why would you ever? But no, it's actually quite good. Oh. There we go. Guess I should probably have hit those guys to see if I could get the secrets, but whatever. But I'm kind of talking about, what would I say? Content exhaustion when it comes to a game. Like, maybe for some people you can play a game for hours and hours on end, you know, start over as soon as it's done. But I've never been able to do that. I actually barely have the capacity to finish most games that I play. It's super easy for me to just lose all interest in a game and never ever want to come back. Easiest example would be, I mean, let's go with Indivisible. The moment that boss fight showed up at the very, very end with just like pure reflex test, it's just like, this is stupid and I no longer enjoy this. And we actually still have not finished filming that game. I feel a bit guilty about that because, like, it is a legitimately good game. Definitely rough around the edges and could have been better, but, like, I still enjoyed it. Jeez. But, like, yeah, that last boss fight was just not fun. And so when it comes to games like Subnautica or No Man's Sky or whatnot, I can put, like, a decent amount of hours into them, but there's a certain point where I just, like, will refuse to ever play them again. Not necessarily because they're bad, but just, I've already seen everything, so it's hard for me to be super interested. All it takes is that one decision to just sour the game. Yup. And the problem is, like, I probably should. I should be better about finishing these things. Because, yeah, this is sort of my job, and I should be more active about, like, you know, not just being capricious and saying, like, never mind on this game. At the same time, I really, truly cannot finish everything. So do we want... Yeah, let's grab some cheap meats. Subnautica's world feels too large for its content, really. Light on survival, so it's not like you need to scour the world for resources to build a functioning base for self-sufficiency. Few areas actually tie into the plot. Yep. It's... I definitely remember in Subnautica 1, wandering around and just being like, okay, cool. I have been to this biome. What is here? Oh, it's resources that I already found in another biome. Is there any, like, plot-related structures? Nope. Cool, bye. And that was it. Or, even then, like, I'd find a couple of cool parts and then just never have cause to go back. I think that was a little bit exhausting, because it was just kind of like, I wanted to really get into each zone and, like, really pick it apart and explore. I'm trying to think of a survival game that, like, really does that well. I guess, actually, Don't Starve to some lesser degree. I feel like Don't Starve is kind of the perfect example of everything is relevant and important, and holy shit, you need to explore everywhere to get what you need. Maybe not everywhere, necessarily, but, like... it felt good? That's another... Breath Edge. I think Breath Edge is actually the best survival game I've ever played. Which is weird to say, but it's like, the whole thing is super hand-designed and small. Everywhere that you can go generally has something important in it. A resource that you haven't, you might need more of. Especially because everything is in, limited quantities. And, everything's in super limited quantities, and, like, you can straight up learn, like, a new blueprint anywhere. Unmodded Minecraft to you. Once you've done it in vanilla, there's no reason to play it anymore. Unless mod. Yeah, and, like, I have infinite amounts of respect for anybody that is, Anybody that only plays Minecraft. There are some, like, crazy things that you could do, say, with redstone, from what I know. But, like, that's kind of the upper limit of it. Thank you, exploding bomb creature. My life easier. I should probably drink some water. I don't think I've had nearly enough to drink today. There we go. Yeah, now that Hydration Bot's been gone, I actually, like, I kind of miss it. It was kind of a stupid thing. It's like, of course I'm drinking enough water. And now I don't have that subconscious thing stuck in my head. I'll have to see if I can re-enable it at some point. I mean, I guess I could always just make my own Nightbot timer and just let it go. Ooh, Transmutagen Blast. Hell yeah. Oops. Let's see. Balance for throw damage? No, let's keep going crit. The redstone was originally a pure glitch. They're afraid to fix those glitches. Now, because it would screw over the redstone community. Ha! I might actually have to stop after this. I want to do Ring Fit tonight, but my neck's actually really starting to hurt. I guess I should probably talk about this, sort of. So I've been playing Ring Fit on stream as kind of an exercise thing. I can do at least an episode, maybe a bit more. But the muscle that I'm most surprised by, like, working out has actually been my neck. And I didn't really expect this, but trying to commentate while exercising hard is freaking hard. And so, as a result, I'm actually, I've been straining my... It's not my vocal cords. Because those are much more internal. This is like... the stuff, the muscles specifically attached to my clavicle. And that has been getting, like, a lot more of a workout than I would have expected. And it's actually starting to become noticeable. I think also I just need to take, like, I'm not going to say a day off, but a couple of, like, shorter days. Because I've been recording a lot lately. It's weird, when I don't have anything that I specifically need to record, I more or less just go bananas in games that I like, which means I play more than normal. What does the Earth Sign Ring get me? A lot of HP. I wonder where did the cute Kiwi overlords come from? When I was in college, we were forced to be on a meal plan. I don't know how many of you guys lived on campus when you went to college, but... my campus required that if you were, as long as you didn't have some kind of weird dietary limitations, you had to buy like $1,000-something worth of food credit, which is enough money specifically to pay for. It's enough money to specifically pay for a student's kind of eating expenses for 3 months, which is how long a quarter was. I'm just gonna hurt myself here. I'm pretty sure this is glycerin, so we might as well go bananas here. I could have saved this for another floor. I probably should have. Anyway, so let's see. So we had to buy X amount of money of like college credit effectively. The problem is, unless you were eating constantly, that was actually let's see, discover a secret shop. Hell yeah, that was actually too much money for almost every student, and a lot of us would end up with like easily $300-400 spare that we had no immediate use for. there were a couple of upperclassmen that would come onto campus and, you know, want to buy lunch. And so they'd trade us real money for college fake money and stuff. And that was actually quite nice because it meant that, you know, I could recoup some of my losses. So I ended up making like a couple hundred from that, which was appreciable. Let's see. Do we transmute? Eh. And so, yeah, by the end of every quarter, we'd effectively have to start, like, trying to find ways of squandering all of this spare cash, because the college wouldn't refund us. And it wouldn't carry... some of it would carry over, but not all of it. Let's see, do I want to do this? Skip using a key? Maybe. We'll see what we even have up here. I'm gonna drink the other troll sweat. There we go. And it's a shop on the other side of that. Anyway, so a number of the stores on campus sold more than just food, which is quite nice, even if it was kind of overpriced. And so one of the stores specifically had a bunch of stuffed animals and, like, random garbage. Like, you could buy, like, a giant 10-pound Hershey bar or something like that for $50, which was grossly overpriced, but, I mean, what else were you going to spend that money on? So a number of people would, like, buy those and do, like, weird chocolate parties. And so they had Lubbies, which is Lubbies. I don't know if they're still in production, but the 1B? Oh, maybe. Yeah, 1B. But effectively, they were selling these things for actually a fairly reasonable price, and so, you know, not wanting to waste my money, a lot of us would do this. We'd effectively just buy a stupid amount of stuffed animals, because, like, what else were we going to spend money on? And so that's what we did.